Up for a couple of awards for the San Diego Music Awards, and that is all this month voting. You can vote every day through March 31st, and we made it very easy for us. So on our homepage, seasidecenter.org, there's a link to vote for Rebecca Jade. You go down, she's up for 2 categories, Artist of the Year, which is a tough category, so get on and vote for our girl. And she is Best R&B, Funk, and Soul Song. So she's up for 2 different categories. Again, get on our homepage and press the link. Easter is coming up 2 weeks from today. That is our biggest day around here, so plan to be here. 3 services, 6 a.m. out in the meditation garden. Dress warm, bring a blanket. Our kindness crew gal, Susan Murphy, and her husband are making breakfast burritos for the 6 a.m. Not for your 9 and 11 a.m. But then you can come back for 9 and 11, and we have an expanded band, and we have Rebecca Jade, Melody Ebner, and Danielle Tucker. Those 3 powerhouse girls all singing. So we have the stage full, and Dr. Christian's talk is From Tears to Triumph, and that is not your regular Easter service. So make sure to be here. And Easter egg hunt for the kids after the 11 a.m. So bring the kids, bring the grandkids. Let's see, we have our Women's Gathering Connection Group. They have their next gathering on Friday, March 27th, 10:30 in the family room. And I see that flyer is on the Seaside Sisters table today, or you can be over at the connection tables and write down your email and RSVP for that. But that's a new connection group that's fabulous for all women. We have our midweek inner light service. That is this Wednesday, every Wednesday. And this week it's Reverend Lori McMacken. And she is talking about awakening from the dream of separation. So be here. That is a contemplative service, meditation, music, and message. And that starts at 6:30 on Wednesday night. And then our next Friday night live is April 3rd, and that is with my friend, Jeff Zlotnick. He is coming to us from down in North Park, from the Dharma Bum Buddhist Temple. He is an absolutely hysterical guy. You have to come. It is a free event that we're doing for the Friday night. And bring all your friends and just don't miss out. There are flyers out there, and you sign up too. We have a QR code, and you can read more about him. He's in the prison systems. He works with displaced kids. He does so much and has an amazing personality to go with it, so you don't want to miss out on that. And today is our new member meeting. If you're thinking about jumping in and being a member here at Seaside, Dr. Christian and Rev Deb are holding that meeting right after service here in the sanctuary, so just please pop in. And next week is New Member Sunday. So that is the celebration Sunday for all new members, where we take you out to lunch. So if you would like to be a new member or sponsor a new member, please see Trudy and Kathy out at the table in the social hall today. And let's see Dr. Christian's class, Living from the Mountaintop. That starts this Tuesday night. You either jump in or you wait another 2 years. So today is your chance. Talk with me. And that is being the mystic you are meant to be. That is an experiential class. There is no homework. You are reading his Living from the Mountaintop book. So if you are signed up or you want to sign up, see me today so that I can get that book in your hands. All right? And right now I invite you to stand and greet your neighbor and remain standing for the congregational song.
Congregational song. It's a little bit of a call and response, so we're going to need your help. I'm going to sing you a line, and then you sing it right back to me. This song is called I Am a Light. Here we go, everybody. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. World, in this world, this is the place, this is the time to let it shine, let it shine. I see the joy, I see the joy in this world, in this world. I see the joy. Joy in this world, in this world. This is the place, this is the time to let it shine, let it shine. I'm living love every day. Out here. I'm living love every day. Living love every day, spreading peace along the way. Right time, right place. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, Bob, play something for us.
And good morning, everyone. Hey, what a joy it is to be here with all of you today, and Danielle, to have you back up on the stage on this first spring Sunday of the year.
Thank you. I wore my spring outfit this morning.
Yeah, that's pretty bold with the fog we drove through.
Yes, that's true.
That's for sure. But I love Robin Williams saying about this time of year, he says, spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. So they hear that every year, but it's still, I think it's going, hey, can we hear you anywhere? What's up?
Yeah, I've got all kinds of good stuff. Next Saturday, I'll be out at Humphreys with my band, so if you want to come out and dance a little bit, I'll be with Groove Line Saturday night. And then this summer, I'm going to do some shows with Back to the Garden. They're doing a 1969 tribute. That's going to be at the Belly Up.
Oh, that's doable.
It's going to be in August, so tickets aren't on sale yet, but I'll keep you posted.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a great one. That'll be fun. All right. Hey, we have got a wonderful prayer here today. You know, Kathy McKay is one of our practitioner emerituses, which means she has been licensed for more than 20 years. And over that whole period of time, she has been leading what we know around here as our heart-to-heart ministry, which is about taking our heart and our hands off our campus and being involved somewhere in the community in a supportive kind of way. It has been a wonderful consciousness, has led all sorts of different ministries. Please, Kathy, take us to that deeper place.
Welcome. Thank you all for being here. I'm just so happy to be here this morning on this glorious spring morning with all the flowers out and the sun's out now, and before the marine layer was just, all giving that nourishing moisture for the flowers to bloom. It's been wonderful. And I just want to welcome out Lori Gertz. She's our practitioner holding the light this morning. And just know that holding the light means she sees and knows the truth for each and every one of us. So please know that Lori and I are available for prayer after service. We're glad to be there for you, and so just don't go home with anything on your heart today. So now I am going to sound the gong, and I invite you to join me in the silence. So on this glorious spring day, I turn to the light, just as the flowers do, knowing that sustenance, knowing I recognize that divine source that fuels everything in the universe, that fuels the whirling galaxies, the pulsars, the black holes, the immensity and magnificence and just infinity of it all. And I recognize that I am one. I'm one with this all-powerful, wonderful beingness. I recognize that I was born in this beauty, in this love, in this peace. That every atom in my body was born in a star. And I know that for each person here, that we are star beings. And my birthright is to the opulence and abundance that this universe is. All it encompasses, all the wholeness and love and peace and grace. And knowing that, I just celebrate it. And I'm so grateful to know that we are together here an integral, absolute, vital part of this universal consciousness. In knowing that, I bless this service. I bless the inspired words and the beautiful music. I bless that interconnectedness that we share that gives us sustenance. In knowing that I am the receiver and the giver in the divine cycle that is God's goodness, right here in this present moment and always.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know.
Thank you, Danielle. It's beautiful. Be still and know. I love it. I hear you're going to be with us on Easter morning. You are, yay. We have three beautiful singers, Rebecca Jade, Danielle, and Melody will be here all on Easter morning. In just 2 weeks is Easter. So we have 3 services. We have a sunrise service out in the garden, and then we have the 9 and 11 o'clock here inside with horns and a guitar player and 3 singers. And am I missing something? Anyway, we have a whole bunch of stuff happening. It's going to be really great. So be with us. And we have an egg hunt for the kiddos after second service. So bring your grandkids, your kids, and we've got an egg hunt for them. Welcome. It's good to have you all here today on this beautiful spring day. As it's been said, here we are. And welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome to all of you that are coming in from home. We're glad to see you here. We're glad that you've logged on this morning and that you found us, whoever you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, our very own website, which we cast through Boxcast. So there's lots of ways that you can see us on Sunday when you're not here in the morning. Let's see. If it is your first time here, please know that you are welcome. We honor all paths to God. We have a first-time visitors package for you. It's at the table as you come in through the glass doors into our social hall. You can pick up the package and take it home and read a little bit about who we are and what it is that we believe. And stay after service and let us get to say hi to you and give you a hug. We're glad that you're here. We got always we have things going on. As you heard Tara say, today is our new member class, and it'll take place right here in the front of the sanctuary after service. If you are planning on becoming a new member and have already signed up, join us for the class. If you're planning on becoming a new member and you haven't signed up yet, that's okay. Join us for the class. See Trudy McGrath or Kathy Crawford at the table in the social hall if you are thinking of becoming a new member, and you can fill out the form. And then next Sunday, we take all of our new members to lunch. And our sponsors, the people that sponsor the new members, also go to lunch with us. And so when you became a new member, if you were sponsored and that was meaningful to you, I invite you to sponsor a new member. Again, you can see Trudy or Kathy at the table and sign up to sponsor somebody. And then you come with us to lunch next week, too, after we welcome everybody on the stage next Sunday. So new member Sunday next week, new member class today. And we won't do it again until November. So if you're thinking about it, come check it out. Also, I want to invite you to our Wednesday night Inner Light service. If you haven't had an opportunity to come, please come. It's really a wonderful evening, meditation, music, and message. It's a much more contemplative service than our Sunday celebration is. So if you're looking for something a little bit different midweek, join us. We have Reverend Lori McMacken is flying back from Hawaii as we speak, and she will be here Wednesday night. She will be our speaker on Wednesday night. So if you haven't heard Reverend Lori, you're in for a treat. If you have, you're in for a treat. Come on out and be part of it. We'd love to have you. Let's see. Dr. Christian's talk title today is You Have Everything You Need. You have everything you need. And I'm going to be reading today from the book called This Thing Called You, which is one of Ernest Holmes' early books. And I like to say it's the Cliff Notes for the Science of Mind textbook. If you just want to read a little book, it's a good one to read. It gets you all caught up, or at least it gives you the basic principles. The Science of Mind textbook is still a good book to read. But we do have it in the bookstore if you'd like to pick up either one of those books, actually. So this is from This Thing Called You. Today, you are to hold your thought steadfast in the realization that God withholds nothing from you. Therefore, prepare yourself for a life of joy, love, happiness, and well-being. Believe in the divine freedom which is yours by birthright. Say, I know that the law of God surrounds me with love and friendship. I permit this love and friendship to flow out to all things, to all people everywhere. I let it radiate in my environment. Bless everything I touch. Make whole that which is weak. Turn fear into faith, and accomplish the miracles of healing through love. Whatsoever things are good and true, I shall think upon. This I shall remember, that the Spirit is not far off. I shall remind myself that I live in the divine presence and that my affairs are in the keeping of the eternal mind. I live, move, and have my being in wholeness. Peace, poise, and power belong to my kingdom. I give joy and love to all, knowing that the gift of life is not to me alone. I share my good. I welcome the opportunity to love fully, completely, and joyfully. I believe in myself because I believe in God. I accept life fully, completely, without reservation, holding to the conviction that good is the eternal reality, that God is the everlasting presence, and that Christ within me is the eternal guide, that my life is complete today. And so it is. God bless you. Very glad you're here today.
Thank you so much for that message. Right. I would like to introduce our guest artist. She is a longtime great friend of Seaside's. It's always wonderful to have us here. She is so gifted, just a phenomenal vocalist, singer, songwriter. She's going to be singing some songs that she wrote this morning. They're really incredible. You're going to really be moved. She also brought her beautiful, precious daughter with her today. They have a table set up out in the lobby with jewelry they have crafted, perfumes, dream catchers, some really special things. So make sure you visit her on your way out. But please give a warm welcome to Angel Travis.
Tell you what is on my mind, yeah. to stop the talking, the wasting of my human time. The stories brought me here, but I'm alright. And I've got love for those who believed I could fly and change. When it is hard, when you're scared, you push right on through your fears and you change. Oh yes, I know you can. You push right on through what's not the truth. Believe in yourself and know that you can change. Ah, yeah, you can. You see, 'cause when we walk asleep, anything goes. Yes, it does. You gotta stop the talking, let the drama go. You wanna take back your life, you gotta take it back, oh, for sure. Be the love, be the light, be the love, be the light. Let it all go and change. When it is hard, when you're scared, you push right on through your fear and you change. Oh my God, you just choose to change. You push right on through what's not your truth. Believe in yourself and know that you can change. Come on, Bob, come on, Bob, come on, Bob, now. You can change, you can change, you can change, change. I know you can, I know you can, I know you can, I know you can. I know you can, I know you can, I know you can. Change. When it is hard, when you're scared, when you push right on through your fears and change. Oh, change.
This is Angel Travis, man, and putting it all out there. Woo! You're going to have to go recover for the next song. Woo! Well, how you do. All right. Nice job, Bob, man. What a combo. Bob, Angel. Woo! Man, just all. Man, I like that. Man, that was just like a whole experience for sure. Woo! All right, Change. What a great song for today, because, today's message is about everything is here to help you. Everything is here to help you. But if you're stuck in your ways, you got to realize you got to change. And sometimes, as Angel was singing, you fear to change. If everything is here to help you, you've got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to have the shift that goes with it. It says everything is here to help you. It doesn't say everything is here to please you, right? It doesn't say everything is here to make you comfortable. It says everything. That means the interruptions, the challenges, those senses of fear, those blessings that come your way. Everything is here to help you awaken. And that's what we're working on here. And this is not a philosophy of denial. It is about shifting our perception. It's about seeing with new eyes. It is about stepping into life and recognizing that there may be more than my myopic vision has caught, but I need to get to that mountaintop. I need to have that greater vision and recognize the difficulty, the challenge, the verdicts, or whatever it is I find myself in as given to me as an opportunity to assist me to have a greater awakening in my life. What do you think of that? Yeah. Okay, so that's where I'm going with this morning. It's not a new idea to our new thought philosophy. I mean, Einstein said that in the middle of difficulty is an opportunity. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor, really philosopher, said that when we can no longer change a situation, it's a challenge to us to change ourselves. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, probably one of the best-selling New Thought self-help books, one of the earliest ones for sure. He said that every adversity, every failure, every loss, every heartbreak carries with it a seed with an equal or greater benefit. That's right, So you find yourself in a situation, everything is here to help you. It's to push you beyond where you are. It is allowing you to move into a sense of change. And sometimes it may not go smooth right out. There's this woman who decided she was very busy, so she's put a meditation app on her phone. And the first time she played her meditation app, the voice, the guide came on and said, "Let the thoughts move through your mind like clouds in the sky." And just at that moment, her kids started screaming, her dog started barking, her phone started buzzing, somebody was knocking on the door, and she said, "Clouds are on fire, clouds are on fire." It's like later, when things calmed down, and she reflected upon it, she thought, maybe, this was to help me. And meditation isn't about finding peace. It's about recognizing when I lose my peace. Now, I don't know if that's the correct answer, but it's an insight that was there to assist her to move through a predicament. And in our lives, sometimes the shift is only for our realization. It is for our help. It is for our blessing. And others may not get it, but it's not their lesson to get. It is our observing mind of a situation. Sri Nisargadatta, he said, he was an Indian mystic or guru in the 1900s. He said that know your mind as the changeless witness to the changeful mind. Okay? Know yourself as the changeless witness to the changeful mind, the mind that's always changing its thoughts. It's always having a different perspective. This is good, now this is bad, but this is good, now I'm good. Nope, now that, our mind is always moving around. If we can get that, sometimes I just need to be present and love the moment I'm in and open myself to seeing, the gift that is here for me. Because it may not be really the one I was looking for, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Because if everything is meant to help you, then it's up to you to find the blessing, the pony, in the pile. It's up to us to my dad had it was a family dog, but he had it before me, so I guess it was really his dog. Bagel. Remember Bagel? I've told you about Bagel. He was part coyote. That was in the days when dogs could wander the neighborhoods and we'd get the call from the butcher shop, come get your dog, kind of thing, because he knew where the good bones were. And, if they didn't feed him, maybe he wouldn't return. But I diverged. So anyway, my dad, when Bagel was a little puppy, he took him to obedience school, like all good dads or masters do. He takes his dog and they teach the dogs, to sit, and it's not stand, but, sit, shake, come, go, whatever they teach him. I don't know, it didn't work well at Bagel because he failed it all, And on the finals day, when, everybody lines up their dogs and people come to watch, the graduation day, they all tell their dogs to stay, sit, stay, and then they turn their backs and they walk away. So they're all walking away, and my dad hears this snicker in the crowd. He hears the laughing, and he turns around, and there's Bagel at his ankles, like, here I am. You didn't lose me. Here I am. And so what the trainer told my dad is he said, some dogs are here to learn, and other dogs are here to teach you patience, And sure enough, that's what Bagel did. He never he did get it. The rest of his life, he did really good. It was always a trick. He would stay, and you could walk away and call him, and he would come. I mean, that's about the only thing he did on command. But he did finally get that one down. But sometimes in our life, things are, you can't always control everything. That's an important spot when we come to realize things are here to help us. Sometimes there are things you can't control, and we're just meant to love them. I've got a son like that. Trevor, bless his heart. He doesn't always operate on the level I think he should be, and which might be typical of kids. I don't know, but it definitely has taught me a lot about love and unconditional love, and absolutely, being present there, for him in ways that are just wonderful. But there's a big difference between knowing this stuff and living it, right? I mean, we all know that we should eat kale rather than a tub of Haagen-Dazs vanilla Swiss almond, right? There's a big difference between knowing that and practicing it, but what we have to do is put it into practice, what it is we get. And of course, all change starts within, and awareness is an important part of our evolution. And when you're really busy, like that woman who was learning from her app, it's like it takes some practice. And the Zen saying with busy people is, we should meditate 20 minutes every day, right? And if you're really busy, then you should meditate an hour, right? We've got that one down. And so when we are in our life and we're busy, sometimes we just need to stop and pause and say, okay, what is it here that I can move from just knowledge into action? Because it is the changing in our life that allows us to grasp an identity or an aspect of ourselves that we didn't really know we had. We may think we had that, but until it is actually coming out in our world, it is theory rather than practice. And so we get into those dynamics in our life, and we find things begin to stir. Things begin to get activated in our world. Do you ever have so much stuff in your world, like you're dealing with a bunch of grenades, you're afraid they're all going to go off, and you would just like to give them all to somebody and run away, let them deal with it? One. Okay, we can talk. Yeah, all right. It would be nice to have somebody come and take care of things, but, life, it doesn't just, we don't just automatically get there. Yeah? We've got our process. We've got to trust the process. We have got to learn from it. That's what it's about. Everything in our life is meant to help us, but we've got to learn from it. We've got to sit with it. We've got to sit in meditation. We've got to learn. We've got to change our thinking. We've got to change our perspective. We can't just get there and have it all resolved. I mean, wouldn't that be nice to have it all taken care of, and maybe a little bit wealthy too? And a little skinnier while we're at it, and everybody I love never dies, and, things like that, global climate change, no longer, because I'm kind of getting tired of the heat, those kind of things, but you know what? That's not where it happens. It doesn't happen there. It happens here. You got that? All the change takes place here. All the wisdom takes place here. All the magic and the wonder happens here. I can't just be there without being here. And as I am here and saying, okay, show me what is the gift here that is for me to learn and to grow and to evolve and expand, then I can begin to maybe get it a little bit more in my life. I can come to a greater understanding as to how it works, but I got to be willing to change. There was a neuroscientist who just absolutely didn't believe in intuition. It was believed, and the position taken, that our intuition is the subconscious pattern finally recognized that is within our head. And this particular neuroscientist, she was working and wrestling with this one concept and spent months and months just wrestling with this and couldn't get it. And then just one night, boom, like the inspiration just dropped in out of the blue. It didn't come from data. It didn't come from logic. It came from nowhere. And it was like all of a sudden when she finally got it and she put it together, the equation, she sat back and just kind of whispered, this is where people's inspiration or guidance comes from. I get it. And now it's not as if she went on to abandon science after that revelation. But what she did is she went on to expand her experience of science and bring forth this new piece, this new way of seeing what it is she learned from a situation that wasn't so pleasant. It took her to a place where she became a pioneer in intuition and cognition sciences. It's like we have got to, once you get to the place where you recognize that you don't know everything, then you're available. You've got to leave the door open. Humility is what leaves the door open. And that is when the inspiration and the guidance and what it is life is trying to help me with shows up. And the thing about the inspiration is it shows up unannounced. It's like, oh, here I am, but you've got to have space. And so when you've got something going on in your life, if you get consumed with thinking this is it, this is how it's got to be, and you get stuck in a pattern, that there's some difficulty with that. Sometimes it's really good to be able to give up some of our images that don't serve us any longer. Self-images. You ever had a self-image that really doesn't serve you well anymore? Yeah, it's kind of important to realize, okay, it's time to give this up. It's kind of a sad position to hold. And something Hafiz said, he was the Persian Sufi mystic from like 1300s. He said that the thing that those are sad that have, what the sad have in common is how he said it. What the sad have in common is they all seem to build an altar or a shrine to their past, and then often go there and do a strange wail and worship. It's like we build an altar to the self-image that doesn't serve us, pretty sad-looking self-image, and then we go back and we wail and worship and talk about, no, it's something that needs to change. You got it in theory, I got to let go of this one, but you actually have to be willing to let it go to be able to move on. What is it that's going to take you to shift? Say, okay, if everything's meant for good, what that means even this, that doesn't feel very good in this moment. I'm the one who's got to take a look at it. I'm the one. There was a couple. They were getting into an argument, and it was getting heated, and the volume was escalating. Then when all of a sudden, their smart speaker said, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Maybe try speaking with kindness. And they just looked at the speaker and then busted up laughing. And that was the end. But there was something that came in there. There's something that needs to shift, and there's something that you just never know where the channel is going to be. A smart speaker listening on you? And we know they don't do that, right? But somehow there was a shift that took place. And Ernest Holmes, he says, this couple should have had this piece of wisdom, but that everyone is an expression of the divine. And when you can recognize that in another, love becomes inevitable. See, if you realize everyone's an expression of the divine, see, that's really a shift when you're not loving somebody with all your being, or even with a little bit of your being. You're like really pissed at them. to remember that everyone's an expression of the divine, then all of a sudden you begin to see with new eyes. You begin to see as Spirit sees. All of a sudden, this whole thing is about seeing things differently in our life, because there's so much more than our 5 sense reality, right? This means yes, this means no, means I'm sleeping. Okay, I'm going to take you out there. I've got this class, you've heard me talking about living from the mountaintop, be the mystic you were born to be. It starts Tuesday, and the book comes with the class. I'm going to read to you from the very first page of this book. And, it starts off pretty wild, I guess. Not that wild, but anyway. The mystical experience can bring joyous surges, thrills, electrifying waves of light, pulsating, tingling, elating, and jubilating through your body. Trembling with intensity, the mystical can lift you by the rapture, the fire in your spine that is so hot you can't even tell it's cold outside your skin. It's as if you're Alice in Wonderland, growing large or shrinking small. And there's a heightening of your senses. Your smells become acute. Your ability to hear becomes extraordinary. One might even say otherworldly. The music of the cosmos, the celestial choir, the hum of the divine, the wisdom of the ages fills your soul all in the time it takes to blink a mystical eye. You can feel the full spectrum of shapes and the history of everything you touch. Your emotions can terrify you in moments of elation like this. It's beyond descriptions of anguish or delight, sorrow to enchantment. Past patterns of remorse and guilt can be blown out of proportion and then, boom, instantly dissolve like a sugar cube in a glass of water. You might experience uncontrollable movements like shaking and trembling as the energy centers of your body begin vibrating and pulsating at an amazing new higher frequency. And in a blink, the great universal collective subconscious is revealed and understood more clearly than you could ever imagine. For the mystical transcendence of self-awareness will move you beyond the emotions into a state of calm equilibrium. And if you aren't prepared for this, it can freak you out. If you fear the potential that your body is dissolving or burning up while your mind demands to grasp an explanation, you're not alone. Your questioning mind doesn't like getting pushed to the back of the line of importance. Yet, to taste the world beyond the physical is delicious. It's intoxicating and possibly even a little addicting. When I was writing this book, I had somebody reviewing it. He read that. He said, "Oh, that's too much to start your book with." I said, man, that's where we're going towards. See, when you're able to bring new eyes to the situation, then those difficulties, and the whole book or the class is about starting that lower places where you're stuck. Everything is meant for good. So if you're stuck in the pain, you're stuck in betrayal, you're stuck in fear, you're stuck in loss, that is where we're starting with this. You need more love in your life, whatever it is, this is where one starts. And we begin to move up to the finer vibrations of being and look out from a higher perspective. And that's what new eyes will do for us. Everything in your life is meant to help you. Remember, not make you comfortable, not to please you. You're on this soul's journey, and it's up to you to begin to remember that there is more than what I can see and more than what this brain can know, and that's what I get to play with. I'm not going to be bound by the limitation of this 5-sense world or the reality of the physical brain, because who I am, who you are, is moving through this physical expression, and it's just a little part of you. And what we're going to do and what we want to do is be able to sit with something and say, what's going on here? But what happens too often is we begin to believe our past is our destiny. Well, this is how it's been. This is where it is. This is the altar of what I'm going. No, it's not our destiny. We've got to be willing to move beyond what has us entangled and strange. And we do that with our wants. I want the safety of this shrine. I want this safety of how I know I have been. And we get caught up in the wants. We want greater pleasure. We want our alcohol. We want whatever it is. And the Buddhists will call that the hungry ghost. And you've seen the caricatures of the hungry ghost. It is a big, wide-bellied ghost with an insatiable appetite and a little pinhole of the mouth. Can't get enough in there. Always want it. Well, that's what our wants are. We want this. We want that. We think it should be like this. And we keep going for these wants that we have. And what we want to do is to free ourselves from that kind of suction into an area that doesn't serve us in this world to expand beyond where we were. If we are tied down by the wants in our life, we've got ourselves a challenge. And it's meant to help us. Don't want us to get that wrong. And I want to assure you there's nothing wrong with, well, I don't think, with pleasure, but there's a big difference between getting caught up in the wants and the pleasure. We're in a society that says, you got to have this and this and this and keep it going. And keep it going. After a great day of tennis, you have a fabulous dinner, you watch a fine movie, some wonderful lovemaking, deep sleep, you get up, you jog, you meditate for an hour, you have a terrific breakfast, you go off to a wonderful day of work, you do it again and again and again, you try to keep that going, you'll exhaust yourself. I mean, a few days like that's good. But if you start craving it and addicted, it's tempting you to move down that path that doesn't free you to that finer vibration of your being where there's new ways of seeing. Oscar Wilde, man, character guy, got himself in all sorts of trouble. Very, very fun writer. But anyway, he said, I am not, let's see, I'm not going to tell you what it is, no. I'm not addicted to anything except temptation. Yeah. Okay. That's right. We've got to be willing to free ourselves and know that it's okay to have the good. It is okay to have the pleasure. It is okay to have some of the sensations that go with a body in this world in which we live. But if all of a sudden that is what we're consumed by, then we've been got. There was a Zen master who bought himself a car, and his students were shocked. What's buying yourself a car? He said, I'm practicing non-attachment. About a week later, got a scratch in the car, and the students were afraid. Uh-oh, man, this is it. And they told their master, and he said, practice now begins. It's like, this is it. And so non-attachment isn't not having anything. It's not attachment isn't not having anything. It's making sure that nothing. Attachment is not having nothing. It's making sure nothing has you. There you go. That's it. Attachment is not having nothing. It's having nothing have you. Anyway, that's the thing, is you just don't want to be had by the ways of this world. And sometimes we get stuck in a predicament that just isn't ours to deal with. And so no matter where we are, if we can find the blessing there is what this is really about, this message today. There was a hospice worker who shared about a gentleman, an older guy, who was in his hospital bed at home in the process of making his transition. He liked having an empty chair next to his bed. And the hospice worker asked him, why? And he said, I like to talk to God, so I leave that chair there for God. I was never taught well to pray. I don't pray properly, but I have a relationship. I have a conversation with God. Well, that sounds like, prayer to me, but and when they found him after he had ascended and moved on, they found him leaning over with his head on the seat of that chair. And they felt as if that he had put his head on God's lap and finally fell asleep in the lap of God. Isn't that an interesting way to see things? Everything is here if we want to begin to see it as Spirit sees it. If we want to be able to look at it in a higher kind of way. And it comes down to us deciding if that's how we're going to do it. In this season of Lent at Seaside, remember we're doing Lent in reverse? That's good. Some of you, we're not like trying to not do what we don't want to do. What we're trying to do is embrace that as what's kind of the opposite. And so I put together a list for today a little bit of being able to see things in a new way. I mean, and rather trying to get rid of the painful moments in our life, imagine if we embrace compassion, right? Wouldn't that be a good thing? I'm going to choose compassion over trying to keep pain away. Or the inconvenient moments, you know? I don't want to be inconvenienced. That's what I'm giving up if in Lent is inconvenience. No, I'm going to embrace patience. That kind of work for you? Okay, so painful moments can grow into compassion. Inconvenient moments grow into patience. Funny moments can grow into humility. Confusing moments can grow into trust. Heartbreak grows into depth. And unexpected moments grow into awareness. How does that work for you? And see, the way you do this, when something comes up in your world, you know, I'm going to give you a process you can do at home. If we're in class, I would run this process with you, but I'll just tell you what you can do when you get home so I don't keep you all day. But, you know, I would have you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax, and let go, and invite something into your field of awareness that interrupted your flow of life, that knocked you off your rhythm of your fluidity in life, something that just grabbed you and it sure didn't feel like God meant it for good. Then I'd have you sit with that for a moment, and then I would ask you, what does this moment want to tell you? What does this moment want you to take from it? You know, what qualities, what gifts, what insights does this moment want you to have? Remember? Everything is here to help you. You would thank this, and boom, and you close it off. And there you go. You know, everything is here to help you. As I said, not necessarily please you, not to make your life easier. It's to help you grow. And you do that with the new eyes, being able to see with a new kind of way. May we walk in this world with the new eyes that is able to see invitations instead of interruptions. May we walk this world with the ability to see teachers instead of problems. Let us walk this world with our ability to see compassion rather than loss. You know, there's just so many different things that we can choose if we choose to see with new eyes. And so just remember that everything, I mean everything, is here to help you. God bless you. Hey, let's keep it going as we bring Angel back to our stage. And this is a new song she wrote, first song she has written in, I don't know, years, a decade. And so, first time at Seaside. I'm excited.
I don't know what I'm reaching for, but I can feel something inside of me is turning the wheels. I breathe, I bend, I kneel, I heal. I believe that something here is real. From the dark to the holy, this is where I wanna be near. From the fire to the gold, I'm just giving it some time to trust and let my heart unfold in divine and do the mystical time, all these stories I've been swimming in. People wondering and looking, angel, where did those gifts fit in? Oh, but you don't know what others go through from day to day. No, you don't, and we're only as good as the gifts we pull from the darkest ways. From the fire to the gold, I'm just giving it some time to trust and let my heart unfold in divine. And do the mystical, do the magical, oh, the big and the beautiful, oh, the gorgeous, oh, the wonderful, oh, eternal is where we belong. The mystical and the magical, in God's love. The mystical and the magical, this is where we mystical, do the magical, oh, the big and the beautiful, oh, we are mystical and we are magical, we are eternal, oh, the mystical and the magical, oh, we are all of God's love. The mystical and the magical, we I'm not scared of the dark. You showed me how to find the light. You see, I don't need all my answers to know that I'm all right.
That is Angel Travis. Beautiful new song for your repertoire. Thank you. That was great. Wow. Mystical and magical. It kind of works for us. So anyway, those flowers are gorgeous. I understand the Usher Greeter team got them for me. And so thank you guys for your wonderful gift. They pulled together funds, and yeah, for more than 35 years I've been doing this. So it's been just beginning. So anyway, at this time of our service where we have the opportunity to share our gift, to give our offering, and as we give, it comes back. It's not why we do it. It's just that's how the law of circulation works. And so it invites us to step into the stream by acknowledging Spirit as our source of all good. And now, as often as we put Spirit first, when things come up, we realize that whatever's going on is here to help us. That's where our head goes. Not like, oh no, but hey, what do I need to know here? What gift is here for me? So with that said, I want to invite our ushers and greeters to come forward as we take our gift from our heart or soul or our pocket or wherever we have it stashed. And I want to say thank you to those who mail in your contributions when you can't be here on a Sunday. It's greatly appreciated. Those that are part of the Auto Tithe program, that regular systematic support from your world into the activities of Seaside, that regular support makes a big difference for sure. So, and you guys at home, thank you for being here once again today and all the days in which you continue to do that, or whatever day of the week it is. It's a joy to know that what we do here moves beyond this location. So But I'm going to share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, knowing that this truly is a blessed moment where the fullness and the blessings of the divine fills our life, and we are able to give from a sense of overflow, a sense of joy and love that is moving forth from the depths of our being, and is supporting Spirit's work, finding out that our life is Spirit's work, and that it's all just one. And so living in this inexhaustible flow, being that channel through which it flows from the wellspring, I say thank you. And then it's in the state of grace and appreciation of our conscious giving that I become conscious of being the wonderful, blessed receiver of greater good. And so thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. Seaside. Nice job, guys. And I stand before this bounty, and I feel the outpouring of the love and the blessings, the caring, the compassion. And I know the heart is infused in these wonderful gifts. And so that heart vibration blesses this community and its operation. And these gifts are handled in good stewardship, and they're put forth back out into the world to carry that love and that blessing to all that comes in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to be part of this wonderful flow of life. And so it is. Amen. And this is Carlene. She is your board secretary here at Seaside. And just thank you for all you do and keeping us all organized. So love you. And our head usher and greeter here oftentimes like twice a month at our 11 o'clock service. So that's always a big job. And if you're ever interested in doing ushers and greeters, talk to Carlene. She'd love to have you greet people with the team. And Angel, oh my goodness, just two wonderful songs. Just what heart and grit, soul and passion. Just love that. And sure gratefully drive down from LA to be with us. So thank you for that. Danielle, always a joy to start off a spring with you. And Easter we're doing again this year, though I understand you don't have to do the 6 a.m. service. So you're going to do the 9 and the 11. But you're going to get here early, have breakfast, because we got breakfast for him. So anyway, that'll be fun. Reverend Debbie, always a joy to share Sunday morning with you and every day of the week. And just moving up to Easter. You show up at 6 a.m. They actually show up at 5 a.m. It's a wonderful time of the day. Anyway, guys, wonderful sound team. Look at that. You got Ed on the new board, Matt making sure everybody's got down. You got Landon with the headphones talking to the wonderful stream team. And behind that wall is Steve Grant, is Seth. We've got this wonderful team that's out here. It takes a lot to deliver Sundays to all of you at home. And it takes a lot to make sure we can hear what's going on. We got a new level of hearing, which is fabulous. So that's happening. Hey, lots going on at Seaside. We have today after service a new member class. If you've been thinking of joining Seaside next week is new member Sunday where you stand up and we just join you, and Danielle and the band sings "We Are Family" to you, and we take you out to lunch down at Chicholotti's, and it's a wonderful day. But today's the class, the new member class. If you're interested, more specifics on what goes on behind the scenes, definitely the place. Reverend Debbie and myself will be facilitating that. Tuesday night, you heard about my mountaintop class. You're probably not going to hear about it anymore unless you're in it. So definitely sign up and get a book. I think there's only just a couple of them left, but they come with the class, so you don't have to buy it. It's yours. Let's see, Wednesday night, Reverend Lori McMacken is going to be back from her travels and the midweek service. It'll be wonderful and magical. And and on the Friday Night Lives coming up April 3rd, we've got the co-founder of the Buddhist, I don't know if it's a temple, they call it the Buddha. What is it? Dharma Bun. That's it. You know, Jeff Zolik, he's co-founder of Zen. What is it? Dharma Bum. You know, you better get, I'll know more after the 3rd, but come find out he's a funny guy. He's definitely worth it. I'm going to talk to these guys. Anyway, Jessica, you need any support for Easter? Every day.
I need support every day, but I am fully supported, and I already know that. Yes, Easter will need some support with. I will send out an email as well to anybody who's ever questioned volunteering. You guys will get an email, and all of our practitioners. Surprise! But we're going to have all the help. I can already foresee it. But we're going to talk about today, because today is really important, right, guys? So the 3rd Sunday of the month, we always practice something special. Guys, do you remember what we practiced today? What do we do? Kindness.
Love.
Oh, and love. Kindness and love. Yes, kindness and, of course, love, right? So kindness is really important because we have to practice kindness to ourselves first, right? So we practice kindness by doing our affirmation, and Jack picked the affirmation, and he picked the longest word today. Jack, do you remember when you stood up and you said, "I am," and you put your hands on your heart? Do you remember that really big word you chose? You do? You want to try it and say it for everybody?
I am happy.
Happy is a good one. That's not what he chose, but happy is a good one. He chose optimistic. You want to try? You want to try to say that one more time? I am
Optimistic.
right. And then, because we were so kind to ourselves with our kind words, we get to be kind to everyone else, right? So what did we make today, guys?
We made a friendship bracelet after we did everything.
Yeah. So we made friendship bracelets. Can you guys show your wrists up to show all your friendship bracelets? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we made a friendship bracelet for ourselves, and then we made one to share with everybody. Who are you going to share your friendship bracelet with?
Mommy.
Yeah. Okay, so
All
I think
right.
we did a lot today.
That's good. That's sure.
Sorry. Ice cream. Okay, Mom. We have one mom and we have a dad. So the 3rd Sunday we're going to do, it's called the Sunday Scoop, and we'll have ice cream. So if your kiddos are up here, they're going to end up in the room. So if you're a parent, come to the room to recover your children with ice cream, and the kiddos can give you the scoop, get it? Scoop, ice cream, of what they learned, and then moms and dads can also meet each other.
Woo, there we go. There is more going on there than in here. Who wouldn't want their children in there or their grandchildren in there? It's such a cool spot. Ice cream, pancakes, and optimistic people. Anyway, it's time to pray. You know, the whole morning leads up to this moment. The music, the words just lead us to that place where we're able to open the door of our consciousness and be humble enough to be receptive to that divine download. So if any of our religious science practitioners want to stand here today so we can just feel this upliftment of the divine energy, we're able to step into that mystical, magical place where the divine begins to present itself just in a verifiable kind of way. There is a love there that fills the heart. There's a soul that expands expands. There's a deep knowingness of comfort that returns in the midst of confusion. And I recognize Spirit is in and through all things, and that everything is intended to help me grow, help me to awaken. And I choose to bring new eyes, and in these new eyes, I find myself aligning with the divine vibration, that God frequency, that force of love and power. For truly it is that divine having its expression as each and every one of us, for truly we are Spirit expressing. And so I share these words in this moment with that grander realization of that magical, mystical place where Spirit is just known. Without question, there is just a deep knowingness that that which is, I am, and I bring that into the world in those places of concern in my life. So those spots that feel constricted, there is an expansion that is going on. Those places that feel compromised, I find I grow in compassion. Those places where there feels to be intrusion, I find myself welcoming the new ideas into my life that take me to that higher place, that facilitate a healing in all aspects of living, a healing in relationships, a healing within our workplace, a healing within our physical body, a healing upon this planet. For there truly is peace that is prevailing. If everything is meant to help us, I know that no matter what is going on in our personal life or on a planetary level, it is there to help us move to the next level, the next iteration of peace upon this earth. And our world leaders are being moved by a consciousness that is emerging from the light of the people who believe in peace and love over anything else. And so it's in this time of transformation that my personal world, your personal world transforms with it. That every prayer request that has been brought forth to this community that is prayed on daily by our spiritual practitioners find their prayer requests fulfilled and moving beyond the realm of conception into expression in the lives of the requestees and within our personal lives. Let's open our heart. Let's open our soul and know that this is a divine moment where the richness of the infinite finds availability in our world in which we walk. And so grateful to know that we live with a greater ease and grace. I say thank you. And it's in this state of grace and gratitude I am able to let go, trusting a higher power. That which created all things has never abandoned its creation. So it's in this moment there is the divine guidance that is emerging at every aspect, because there is no otherness. And this divine guidance takes us home. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was a hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only
Hey, and our affirmation for the week is, I am blessed by all that is in my life. Together, I am blessed by all that is in my life. Let's touch our heart and say it again. I am blessed by all that is in my life. One more time like you mean it. Come on. I am blessed by all that is in my life. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love. I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe. Through joys and through fears, in this world I walk. God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me, and it moves through us all. We are living in grace. 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 Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.